Hi guys, this is the sound that we are going to be making. Okay, let's initialize our preset and get into our Serum configuration. So we are default right now. We are only going to use oscillator A. We're not going to use sub, noise, or B. So come in here and choose analog BD sine as our wavetable. This does come default with Serum, so you should have this. Drop the octave down by 1. Turning the filter on, I'm going to leave it on MG low 12, and I'm going to leave all the settings as default as well. Just make sure that oscillator A is passing through this filter. Moving down to the amplitude envelope, I'm just going to kind of draw this in, and you can do the same. About 100 attack sounds good. Give it some release as well. Maybe 150, 200, something like that. Next, move to the LFO section. I'm going to draw this in as well. We want to use this as an envelope mode, and we don't want this to sync to our BPM, so I'll turn that off. Turn the rate up to around 7 or 8 hertz, and drag this LFO1 envelope you just created onto the coarse pitch section of oscillator A. I'm going to turn this down to 12 semitones, which should be 1 whole octave. Jump over to the matrix tab and change that LFO source that you just created from a bilinear type to a linear type. You can just click on this little type arrow and that's what that'll do. So let's listen to what we've got. So you can kind of hear that little click in the beginning. That's what we just created with LFO1 on the coarse pitch. It does add a lot of flavor to the sound. What next? Let's go to the effects tab. We are only going to put a couple things on here. It's pretty simple. So first, we're just going to add a compressor. Drop the ratio maybe to 3. Attack, drop that down a little bit. Let's say 34. And then just give it some gain, maybe about 4 or 5 decibels, something like that. That sounds good. So I noticed we are clipping a little bit because our master in Serum is jacked up. I'm going to turn that down maybe to 80, 85, something like that. There we go. We just don't want any distortion out of our Serum. Next effect I'm going to put on here is just a very simple EQ. All I'm going to do is roll off the high, drop that Q hump a little bit. And that's it. We are done with our Serum configuration. So let's make this sound really fat with some effects. All right, coming over to our mixer, we're going to add some effects to our sound we just created. First, let's add a fruity wave shaper. Let's just bow this out a little bit to make it kind of like a very thick, fat sound. That's sounding good. And next we can add a little bit of color. I'm just going to use saturation knob. You can use any saturation plugin. You can even use Fruity Fast Distortion for this. You just want to add a little color to the sound. I think it really makes a big difference, especially when you're playing it at or above 100 hertz. So I'll just, I don't know, 2, something like that. And there you have it. You're done. This bass is really, really thick. It's fat. I recommend maybe putting some really wide stereo leads on top of it or something like that. But yeah, I hope this was useful. Thanks for watching, guys.